course,
Top lane,
there's Satan
Lulu.
there.
Yeah.
This is probably gonna be a Fizz top, Kindred jungle, and then yeah, mid lane Lulu.
I don't think this Fizz is gonna do well against a the Poppy.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sure about this matchup. In fact, I'm very unaware about a lot of top lane matchups in general. But I can imagine this would be pretty much just a farming lane, except when the junglers come into play. There's gonna be early game damage coming in from the Graves.
Top lane Fizz.
Yeah. So that's what was that's exactly what I was expecting. And then Kindred, who scales towards that late game. So Fizz has to be careful during the laning phase. Kasi kapag alam niyo yung jungler on the enemy team has a lot of early game pressure, you don't want to keep overextending. Lalo na nakita natin kanina, no, si Kulit, for example, taking that red buff into the mid lane gank. So you really never know what kind of path any jungler will take. If they decide to go for the red buff and then early gank you and you're overextending, obviously you're gonna die. Especially if Poppy lands that wall stun. There's a lot of damage, a lot of CC. So Suzaku has to respect that. Although him taking a carry role can actually put Naga on a different playstyle. Kasi nakita natin for the previous games that Naga has been playing, that's gonna be Suzaku on Maokai twice and Poppy once. And then he played Rise after. So maybe putting him on a carry champion. Gaya na sinabi namin ni Nib kanina, he was the top in the solo queue challenger ladder last split. So he definitely has the mechanics to pull this pick off. The question is, will the team provide him with a proper environment where he can scale and snowball into that mid to late game?
Here's what you have to note then, because that there is that change on the 6.10, I believe, on the Fizz, that if he uses ultimate, even if you cleanse it, even if you QSS it, you only remove the slow, but Chomper, the shark from Chump the Waters, does not remove from you.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at the player stats right now. Again, this is accumulated rather than only from the previous game. So right now, that's going to be 2.8 KDA on to Suzaku, who is the top lane of NAGA Esports, 68 kill participation and GPM at 366. So that's going to be.
How many kills did NAGA get last game again?
I'm not sure, but it wasn't so good for them.
Yeah, around. Yeah, very low.
Meanwhile, that's going to be Kulit, previously from Mineski, now the jungler of NAGA with an 81% kill participation. So very important driving force when it comes to those kills for NAGA Esports, as well as a KDA of 2.2. Meanwhile, that's going to be the mid laner, Fade for NAGA Esports with 68% kill participation. So also quite important for the kills when NAGA does decide to go for them. Then the next one is going to be, I believe, Luxuria from NAGA Esports. He is a very important member, and in fact, minsan dito talaga yung nagiging focus ng NAGA Esports. It's on Luxuria, the AD carry. 37% kill participation and 362 gold per minute. Meanwhile, the last one is going to be Akarane, the support, previously jungler of NAGA Esports, but now he is the support. Still trying to get used, I guess, to the role of being a support. He does still have a lot to show with 62% kill participation. And of course,
for the side of War Gods La Liga Pilipinas, in the top lane, Burn having that 9 KDA with a 64.3% on that kill participation. This guy has been a beast in that previous game. Of course, following him will be Duel. 7 KDA. They have not died at all. The KDAs are just spiking right now on top of that. Okay, we do have Hayes, 71.4 and 10 KDA. Man, these guys are racking up their player stats. If you have like a fantasy esports for Pro Gaming Series, this would be a great day for War Gods and Liga Pilipina supporters.
You know, I might have been wrong. These are probably not accumulated stats. This is probably from the previous game.
Yeah, previous game.
KDAs are way too high for this to be accumulated.
Yeah, it's previous game.
Yeah, 71% for Kush, and really, really great stats for them because of that previous game. But keep in mind, stats are not everything. This is still a team game, and there's still a lot for both teams to show. LLP, of course, being a new team in the Pro Gaming Series, medyo bago-bago pa sila. They still have a lot of synergy to build up for themselves. But the same thing can be said for NAGA, kasi kahit veteran na individually yung mga members nila, in terms of being a team, they're very new.
Yeah, they're very new.
So they still have a lot to learn and a lot to show us, because they have 0 points right now in the standing and really need to show up in the next few weeks. They really need to gain or sort of click as a team and find that winning playstyle for them.
Yeah, the winning formula here for the side of NAGA Esports, or else War Gods Liga Pilipinas will have a field day and get themselves a three-pointer.
Yeah, which is
here
really
in this
huge right now. Their current standing before any of these two games was 1 point. So if they get 3 points, they get boosted up to 4, which could be very important for them if they want to make it to the playoffs, which is huge, because keep in mind, yung La Liga Pilipinas, this is their first time in the Pro Gaming Series. So a hope to playoffs on their first split, that's a really big boost of morale for them.
Especially when these guys, you know, are like, before their names were actually heroes, you know, fallen heroes in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And right now, they are just playing for War Gods, you know? So let's
Exactly.
go into the Summoner Surf, guys. You're now watching Game 2 in this best-of-2 series between NAGA Esports and War Gods La Liga Pilipinas. So in the blue team, in the top lane, we'll have Suzaku with that Fizz. In the jungle, it's going to be Colette with the Kindred. Mid lane, Fade will be playing the Phase Sorcerer, you know, the Lulu. And in the bottom lane duo, we have Luxuria with the Caitlyn, and his support will be the Wii U Akarane on that Soraka.
Meanwhile, on the red side, it's going to be Burn in the top lane with Poppy, Duel in the jungle with Graves, Haze in the mid lane with Azir. And then for the bot lane, it's going to be Hai and Kush with the Ezreal and Trundle. So let's take a look at the team compositions right now. So that's going to be Kulit on a Kindred. That should be a bit of change of gears kasi madalas nga, he does take those early game, or at least earlier, he took the early game jungler, which was Elise. So not as much support now for the lanes, but they won't need it. Kasi yung lanes ngayon ng Naga, they aren't dependent. That's going to be Fizz. He can probably hold his own. Lulu does not do anything in mid lane except farm and harass. And then that's going to be Caitlyn and Soraka who can sustain on their own. So that does give Kindred more time to scale into that late game. Meanwhile, for LLP, they do have late game as well. Of course, with the Ezreal and the Azir, they really want to scale into that late game. They have nice front line, nice disengage right now with the Poppy and the Trundle.
Yeah.
All they want to do is get that assistance from Graves to help in bot lane and mid lane to make sure that they can have that smooth transition towards that mid to late game.
Because they have right now, for the side of War Gods La Liga Pilipinas, the triple threat in terms of the damage.
Yeah.
The Graves, like you said already, with Azir and the Ezreal, and the, I would say, one of the best, you know, solo tanks right now in the Poppy when she reaches that late game. But the thing that I want to actually know right now is, or as of this moment, is what will be the build path, or you know, what Suzaku will be creating in terms of his items. Because there's, I think, like 3 ways you could probably be building a Fizz. It's Bruiser type. It's assassin with heavy damage on, you know, his AP skills, or a hybrid attack speed with the Rage Blade. I think that could be a possibility right now. It's going very aggressive on to Burn right there.
Ignite right now. And
Ignite
will it
ticking.
be enough? There's the first blood going over to Suzaku, and all our worries are just swept off the table. We were worrying in the pick and ban phase whether or not Suzaku would be able to pull this one off. But then again, like I said, top challenger in the last split, showing off those mechanics already for first blood.
Plus, I would think Burn, as well as most people, don't remember that Fizz does take reduced damage from auto attacks because of his passive, and then he can actually go through minions with that passive as well.
Yeah, that's true. So definitely Burn does not want to underestimate this pick of Suzaku. He does not want to underestimate his mechanics as well. And he does not want him to snowball into that mid game. Otherwise, Haze from game 1 could become Suzaku for game 2, where he will just, you know, melt every single member and, you know, eat them as sushi, get some revenge, you know.
Man, Chomper from the depths will have a field day when this Fizz starts rolling in that top lane, or, you know, creating waves.
Yeah,
in the
that's
top
true.
lane.
Yeah, nice fun. Huh?
Thanks,
But
man.
aside from that, things still looking pretty even in the other lanes. Even CS so far. And I'm sure the early game is going to be slow. Napaka-passive kasi ng lanes natin eh. Like, Ezreal just wants to farm until he completes his blue build. Caitlyn and Soraka will, you know, sustain for days and weeks and years. Meanwhile, that mid lane's going to farm as well. Lulu cannot really kill Azir unless he overextends. And Azir just wants to farm too.
Yeah, and this isn't like the match we saw a while ago with Infuse Esports and Cerberus, where in, you know, a short-range champion with a, you know, that Janna giving you that Eye of the Storm, boosting your AD, and then you can actually trade because of the shield. It's actually a Trundle who can't go past them because there's like, he has to run by them, right? And then there's always the trap, there's always the root coming in from the Soraka. So it's kind of hard here for the bottom side of War Gods Liga to find that good spot where they can trade effectively against the side of Naga, but it is an Ezreal with a Mystic Shot. He can last hit from far away, and that's looking to at least save LLP in this bottom lane, while Suzuki is taking quite a bit of damage against Burn, but he is not caring at all. As you look at that, he's just like going at it against Burn.
Suzaku though, quite a bit behind in CS. The hope is for LLP that Graves will provide a bit of early game coordinating ganks with Burn so that they can try to shut down Suzaku or at least keep Burn relevant in this game. He doesn't want to fall too far behind, and at least he's staying even with CS. So that should be pretty important for them. Let's see if Graves will go for any ganks soon enough.
We have to see that, as it looked like Colette gonna position himself in the top lane. Teleport from Suzaku, and his Ignite is almost off of cooldown. We'll see the Wolf be the hunter in this top lane.
Yeah, he's actually just sitting there.
He's waiting for the overextension here of Burn. He should know that Burn doesn't have his flash anymore from the information that Suzaku did a while ago. Around 6 minutes, it should be back up, or 6 minutes, 30 seconds, around that time.
Yeah. For now, things are going to be, again, a little bit passive. Graves invading the jungle of Kindred there.
So he knows Kindred is somewhere on the top lane, putting Burn back to his own base, at least getting that Bomby Cinder. And look at the itemizations here for Suzaku. It's the same thing. So right now, what I'm thinking in my head is that the side of NAGA here are going to go in with a tank Fizz.
Yeah, Bruiser type, I guess.
Yeah, Bruiser type Fizz that you cannot get away from Chum the Waters, because again, in the 6.10 changes, patch change, you cannot QSS or cleanse it. You can only remove the slow from the ultimate itself.
You can't detach that shark anymore, so it's going to have a really strong hold on you for that amplification. Meanwhile, Luxuria actually putting down a lot of damage, fade away.
And this is what we were talking about. How can they actually gap close onto Luxuria as well as Acarane when they have to actually walk in front of them to do that?
Yeah, that's true. And if you look at the composition of LLP, there's not much reliable engage aside from probably a flank coming in from Poppy to land a stun or the knock-up with that ult. Other than that, there's really not much else, or not many methods that LLP can use to lock down some of the carries of NAGA. And there's actually a lot of people to lock down on NAGA. You have to look at Suzaku on his Fizz, Luxuria on Caitlyn, and then Kulit on Kindred. So without a lot of lockdown going on, LLP have to be very careful with how they approach these carries and hopefully find a way to maybe Shurima shuffle them with the Azir, maybe lock them down with the Trundle Pillar and the stun as well.
But then that's the problem, because there's so much peel here from the side of NAGA. I mean, Chum the Waters, aside from being a knock-up tool, it's actually a pretty good peel tool itself. Because like, oh my gosh, Chomper is right underneath me. I can't be on my teammates. Let's just run away. Or, you know, you have the Wild Growth with the Glitter Lance of Fade here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of peel tool, as well as saving Grace with the extra HP from the Wild Growth and the knock-up. And then you have Acarane in the backline just chugging out heal after heal, you know, wee you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can imagine kapag nagka-teamfight, sobrang tagal siguro ng mga teamfight natin. Kasi you have very tanky people in the form of Poppy and Trundle. And then you've got super high sustain on the side of NAGA with, of course, Lulu and Soraka. So team fights would probably last like over 10 seconds, especially in the late game when everyone is just kiting. And
he actually goes in, but Suzaku losing a bit of his mind there. No E whatsoever, and he will just get down to the arrows of Colette. Colette very low in HP, but he had his ultimate there just in case it went a bit too sticky. Suzaku, I think he forgot that his playful / trickster, his jump, was not available.
Yeah, so that was a very, very aggressive engage coming from Suzaku, and he just threw away his, well, 1-kill lead at that point. So
he still has a CS lead, so it's still fine, and he got the assist from that. Plus, you know, denying more XP, CS here for Burn.
Yeah, the thing is the wave is pushing towards Burn, so we will be able to sort of catch up on CS, and so that should even things out in the top lane because of Suzaku's over-aggression. So, sa mga tips dyan sa mga solo queue players, doesn't mean because you're in the lead, you should be over-aggressive. Never, ever underestimate
Pretty smart there from Duel. Seeing Colette in the top lane, you know, expending so much time trying to get the last hit on the Burn, goes in onto the red side and gets it for free, and then Colette is just like, no red buff for me.
Yeah.
Sadla.
Sad life. So there's going to be no buffs there coming in for Colette, which should sort of delay the gold income for him. Meanwhile, the bot lane, there is a CS. Actually, CS is quite even, rather, in most of the lanes right now. So again, aside from the action in top
the
lane,
catch on
even.
Acarane here, very low in HP, but uses his ultimate to heal himself back up. There's still the here there for Luxuria for even more durability or sustainability here, as there's 3 members of War Gods Liga Pilipinas, you know, showing their presence in that bottom lane. Double ADR there. But again, we were talking about no gap close whatsoever, making it difficult for Wargods to actually get a true pickoff. But in the top lane, Chum the Waters going in onto Burn right now with the help from Colette. They're trying to engage, but Burn is a bit too tanky, especially with that movement speed bonus as well, making him a bit slippery against Suzuku as well as Colette.
Yeah, Suzuku still winning the trades here, even with giving that kill over to Burn earlier. Still, the mechanics seem to be on Suzuku's side as well as the matchup. So I guess our questions have somewhat been answered, although it might still be a mechanical disparity between Suzaku and Burn, since, like we said, Suzaku has been around for quite a while and he definitely does have those mechanics to show.
But here's the question. When you're gonna go for a Sunfire Cape build onto Suzaku, your skills don't actually, exactly. They don't hurt at all, meaning that you're just there as a Fizz to be, well, a disruptor with your ultimate, and then just like a fly in the clashes with your annoying, aura of flame. But when you look at Burn, when he builds his itemizations, he's still actually very relevant, because aside from his Keeper's Verdict, there is the stun, the slow from the hammer smash, and I don't know if Suzaku, when we're gonna go into the clash, will be that Poppy-ish type of champion for the side of NAGA here.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see what kind of build Suzaku goes for after this Sunfires, because like you said, during the early game, the base damages of his skills are probably higher, so that's probably why Fizz is winning in these duels against Poppy. However, like you said, when we reach the mid to late game, he might not have any damage at all. Meanwhile, Poppy will be there with all of the utility that she has.
Kush actually has to go for the U-turn, but he'll be able to stay safe there as, well, movement speed boost from that Ice Domain keeps him alive when Colette did show himself in that bottom lane. But we do see here Fade might be rotating to that bottom side. Looks to be no. And in the mid lane, Hayes is just having a field day right now. Nashor's Tooth being completed with his counterpart Fade with the Morello Nomicon though.
Yeah, Scuttle. Oh, it's going to be a Scuttle duel, but the smite goes down and Colette's able to take that one. So seems like they're prioritizing this Dragon.
Yeah. What can Fade do actually against Hayes here? I mean, matchup-wise though, it's still going to go in favor of War Gods La Liga, but
I don't know. I mean, they're not in their minds, they're probably like, I don't have to do anything against you. Like, Lulu just wants to harass, and ideally he wants to push him out.
Enough damage anymore.
Ooh. Yeah, but it's just going to be a duel that
Suzaku's
has no winner.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty passive right now, and see who decides to take this Dragon when it does spawn. Actually, it's already up.
It's already up. It is, I believe, the Water Dragon.
Yeah, the Ocean Drake.
The Water Elemental.
So let's see who decides to secure this one first. Most of the members of LLP are already here.
They've started.
And they do have vision as well. The lanes are pushed in their favor, except for top right now. But both top laners have their TP. Is this going to be contested? I don't think so. Ocean Drake.
Yeah, but from the other
LLP.
side, it's going to be NAGA Esports getting themselves the Rift Herald. I think they might give this into the hands of Suzaku just to be able to, duel against Burn in the top lane. But okay,
actually give it to Colette.
I think that's a smart decision.
Yeah, this might be pretty helpful, especially to help out Colette with all of the benefits that Rift Herald gives, as well as to have a bit more presence, especially when trying to match the ganks of duel. If he does decide to gank any of the lanes.
Yeah, because actually if you look at it, the damage threats here for the side of NAGA is not the Fizz. It's actually the Kindred and the Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because he is building tank. Although the Ocean Drake is very good for LLP because they do sort of have a siege comp. You have nice poke and nice sieging from Azir and Ezreal, and then you have nice engage and disengage with the Trundle, with the Poppy. So this Ocean Drake...
teleport in the bottom lane. Here comes Suzaku. No, he ends it. Not enough engage there, or not enough, I would say, range.
Yeah, well, that's because there's like 0 engage on NAGA's
plus
side.
There's like a ward right beside the ward that he was teleporting. So like, oh, you thought you're gonna be sneaky, huh?
Yeah.
No.
And the bot lane of NAGA does not have any engage, so that would have been a very awkward. It would have been a very awkward engage. Oh, wait.
Top lane though, Suzaku is in a bit of a pickle, gets knocked up by the Keeper's Verdict, still has his ultimate as well as his playful slash trickster to get away from these two pursuers right now in the top lane. He's going to be able to do that, and he'll be able to get away scot-free here. But Burn is just going to be putting some DPS onto Suzaku in the top lane, while in the mid lane, you know what, the poke is in the side of the Emperor, as he does have spears with his soldiers in the
Oh,
top
wow.
lane here. Suzuku very aggressive onto Bird. He actually, Bird doesn't get his shield from the Iron Buckler. This might be the kill for Suzuku, and he gets it. And Suzuku getting himself the second kill against Bird in this top lane.
Wow, so that was, again, another nice show of mechanics there, although we didn't see the entire fight. Again, Suzuku dominating this top lane. He is going to be pushing in that wave, going to cause Burn to lose a lot of CS and put her behind in terms of being able to tank the damage when it comes to that mid game where Naga will kind of explode because Suzuku and Luxuria are both going to be very painful at that point, and Blood Racer already completed here for Colette, so they will hurt when it comes to that mid game.
Plus, I think it's because of these two main factors why Suzuku won that. He had Ignite up, and Burn did not get the Iron Buckler shield.
Yeah.
It got stepped on by the Fizz.
So good plays there. Good plays coming in from Suzuku. And we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. Slight CS lead in the mid lane there coming in from Hayes. He should be able to push that wave in to cause Faye to lose even more CS as that lane pushes in. Meanwhile, bot lane pushing in actually for Naga.
As the members of War Gods Liga gonna be going on to this bottom lane a little bit late, as Luxuria gonna get himself quite a bit of free damage onto it. It's down to less than 50% HP, and he actually puts in a lane or a line of traps there just to be stepped on, you know. The cupcakes when you're pretty hungry, especially if you're like nom nomming for some desserts, do look very delicious. Now in this mid lane, or rather this river side,
Wait,
hope that thought, as Kush is being bombarded by Colette right there. As you do see that Ace Hole actually connects onto high. Nice slams despite to keep Colette healthy. And it's the two members of War Gods Liga being pushed out of their own lane back into the bot tier 2. There's the bot tier 1 going down. 2v1 situation in the top lane. Suzuku going in, but he's pretty tanky with that Sunfire Cape. He's actually duel pretty quickly right there. Gets the shot, but the collateral damage with the hammer smash and that heroic charge gonna be able to prevail against Suzuku in the top lane.
Yeah, a bit too overconfident there with that lead. Suzuku was not, actually did not have any vision in that river for him to be jumping in and out, trying to take down Burn. Meanwhile, the bot lane does go, the bot lane does go in favor of Naga Esports. They are able to push it in, and I think they're still trying. I just have to say that Cam from Colette was awkward because the lane wasn't pushed in yet. So Caitlyn or Luxuria and Aquarine could not actually help Colette to lock down and try and take down Kush there. If they were there at the exact same time under that turret, they probably could have killed him. But that was a bit of miscommunication there.
Aside from getting the tower itself, because I think the main mission was to at least, you know, secure an objective for Naga Esports side. But like you said, it would have been possibly more objectives or more gold gained by Naga if Colette, you know, got his time there a little bit later when his teammates were there, much closer to him in the bottom lane. Suzuki here gonna be embracing Kush with the Trident of the Fizz right now. He has his ultimate as well as Ignite. There's a nice Ice Pillar, but Suzuki not gonna lose his mind and you know, do another duel again, or another fight again against the support of War Gods.
Yeah, so Graves being marked there by Colette, and again, still things looking pretty even right now with only a slight gold lead coming in from Naga Esports, but there's going to be Graves again.
Luxuria, the 1v1 against the ADR. Here comes the teleport. I think that's going to come from both mid lane and top lane right now, and it's going to be a fiesta here for the side of Naga Esports. Ultimate being used onto Luxuria there by the side of Fade, and there's the last hit being given onto Colette by, or rather onto Duel, and Duel not in the best of minds right now, seeing like, oh, there's a double teleport coming from the side of Naga.
That was really unsafe for him to do that, extending that far, but that is going to be able to distract the rest of the members while LLP tries to get this mid lane turret.
Suzuku still has his ultimate, so this is still a very dangerous situation for the side of War Gods Liga. Oh, it connects onto Kush, he gets knocked up, and he will be chased down by the Wolf. Last hit going onto Colette. That's going to be 2 kills in less than a minute for the side of Naga Esports. They get, rather their mid-tier 1 goes down, but it might be traded for another mid-tier 1 here.
Yeah, so turrets right now are going to even out. So it's going to be the bot and mid for the side of Naga. Meanwhile, the top and mid for LLP, and the dragon is coming up now. It is the Ocean Drake.
Oh no, that's the
is it the
air elemental?
Yeah, the air one. So that's going to be movement speed, which will be very useful, especially for NAGA because they do want to be able to get
Oh,
those
Akron
picks.
here getting caught out by Burn. Oh, the movement speed is just enough. He gets away with that one. And Fade looking to engage with the Glitter Lance. There's the ace in the hole, popping Burn right now. Oh, they want the duck up from the Baron? No, I thought it was going to be like, Baron's here, knock off.
Yeah,
he's going to survive though.
It's not going to be enough burn, just tanky enough to escape from that. And the Dragon is going to go over to the side of LLP because of the distraction caused by burn. Calculated play, at least LLP would like to say.
Well, I guess it was. I guess it was. Well, making the best of a
bad situation.
Yeah, maybe a bad situation.
Yeah. So again, the turrets are even and things slightly in favor of NAGA, but not enough to get a dominating lead against LLP. But nice to see NAGA putting up much better fight compared to the first game where Hayes just went totally crazy. At least at this point, things are looking much more even as NAGA look to get their first point in the Pro Gaming Series Summer Split.
Look at this itemization though, coming in from War Gods La Liga. Slow all day long. Rylai's Crystal Scepter, a Iceborne for high here, and then you also have, of course, Burn just sticking to his opponents with the Hammer Smash, and of course that Keeper's Verdict with the Steadfast Presence, especially when around 3 members in the top lane. Burn here gonna get melted away by Colette there, but he's just gonna be able to walk safely just a bit. But in the top lane, it's now going to be 4 members of NAGA Esports gonna siege it as Duel tries to wave clear for his tower's life with the help from Burn there. And members of War Gods Liga Pilipinas looking to defend their top lane as a 5-man death squad, while in the bottom lane, Suzuku is actually looking for someone to fight, and nobody is gonna, answer his call.
Yeah, this is the thing. When you do 4-0-1 split push, there's no one responding right now to the bot lane, but Graves will finally be here. This is a huge wave right now, though, and you can imagine this turret's probably gonna take some damage, but the ult from Ez is there, and it will be a disengage.
Build from Suzuku, not the best for split pushing here. He made himself like a Poppy, but here the real Poppy in the top lane going in onto Luxuria with the help from Akron. Looks at, wow, what was that?
Yeah, he E'd to close the gap and then Q'd.
It looked like he Q'd prematurely and then it just came out.
Yeah, actually it did look weird, but Fade getting very low here.
It's very low.
There's
Use
the ult,
Wild
and
Growth
there's
on
the other ult.
Collateral damage.
Oh my gosh, it's just enough.
That Wild Growth is such a big tower to climb, or a mountain to climb here for the side of War Gods La Liga to actually get the snipe onto Fade, while in the top lane, Burn gonna try to defend as the mid lane here. Here's the Keeper's Verdict, slaps away Colette. Oh, he hits it from downtown. Look at that, he was over the wall there. Pretty cool.
And man, it's nice to see objective trades at this point. Not careless deaths
Whisper.
every now and then.
No. Just kidding.
Careless trades every now and then with deaths going everywhere across the map. Nice to see objective trades happening right now, and still the turret actually. LLP is in the lead in terms of turrets right now. It's 4-3 with a very, very slight gold lead. And there's also going to be 2 dragons for them. They were able to secure both the ocean and the air dragon for them. So that is movement speed and regeneration, which will be very useful, especially when they start sieging and trying to gain objectives for themselves. So that could be, this turret lead could be a manifestation of those 2 dragons that they got. And we'll see if they can get any more objectives.
Baron is up for the taking here. And what is the next dragon to spawn? It's actually going to be another air elemental, so Ang would be proud.
Indeed, and the movement speed boost would be very real if they're able to get that other air dragon.
You know what would really look like to be an avatar here? If they give like the air elemental buff, like a air orb below you for like when you're out of combat and then you just it's definitely avatar now.
Cool. You know what I want to see though, like all of the speed boosts available in the game, put them on one person and then give them 3 elemental air dragons. I wonder how fast.
I think that's like what you do with the Rammus before the air elementals were up.
And then home guarded buff and then Hecarim.
Let's see what you can do from the opposite end to the other end of Summoner's Rift. How, like, a couple of seconds, I give it like 5 maybe.
That would be really cool.
Unless the max movement speed here is 520, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Or
Let's see now
522.
though. Baron is definitely
wait.
an objective to check out right now.
We do see here that Haze here might get caught out. He's taking quite a bit of damage. There's a jump to water. He's gonna get knocked up.
Ooh.
And Chopper from the Void will be feasting on the soul of the
Oh my
fallen
gosh.
Emperor there as Burn tries to run away. Gets the kill there onto Duel. So it's going to be the 2 for 0 in favor of NAGA Esports here as they look to get onto Kush.
Yeah,
But
this could be a possible Baron
Baron,
right now. There is
exactly.
no Smite right now available
Oh.
for LLP. There's 20 seconds to go into
So much slow
totally
here.
zoning out High as they try to back
Good
out.
job.
I keep thinking of High from C9 whenever I say that.
It's the same sound.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, High is on the
but
ADR roll.
Kush coming in right now.
I don't think he can do
Trying to
anything.
contest. Ezreal is actually still here and he's using his ult to
Oh,
try
that
and kill
ultimate
someone.
might hit Accurate.
Ooh,
No,
totally
very
misses
close
right
though.
now. Accurate.
Oh,
what is he
the
gonna do?
Baron steal is not going
Ooh.
to happen as there's so much damage onto High.
Wow.
He tries to flash and heal, but the
Wow, he
Ignite
still
as well as
doesn't.
the W does get the DOT damage onto the Ezreal, the debonair Ezreal. And only thing that Kush can see there is the Baron going down as well as his ADR.
Yeah, and they can continue to do a 4-0-1 split push here. Fizz is quite scary right now, 4-2-4. He does have a lot of resistances as well as a huge slow and damage over time as well as the Ignite. So it could be pretty scary for anyone to go 1v1 against him. They could go 4-1 and just continue to pressure with this Baron buff.
Yeah, this Bruiser build on the Fizz, you know, give him back to the meta.
Yeah, and
I
actually
like
they
seeing
could even
this.
go 1-2-2. You could put Lulu and Kindred in the same lane, then Soraka and Caitlyn, and then Fizz in another lane. So let's see what they decide to do with this Baron.
There was a double kill in the bottom lane. We didn't see that one. Sorry for that one, guys. Duel and Burn, you know, kicking the dirt or kissing the dirt, sleeping with the fishes.
Ano ba?
I'm still thinking.
Yeah, but
6
that was
feet under.
Insane number of kills already.
10 to 2
on the kill score right now, and there's a 3K gold lead right now for NAGA. Things looking much better for them as they look to get their first point for the Pro Gaming Series Summers.
Oh,
with
wow!
lots of
The
damage.
poke onto Luxuria. What insane damage coming out of Haze there.
Yeah.
Just chipping. Actually, no, peeling off the HP of Luxuria here. As well as Accurate. Oh my god, one more on attack from Haze here. Might have been enough. And he looks to be the Emperor for the side of War Gods Liga. Will NAGA Esports be able to actually counter this off if the fight does go in, you know, does prolong itself and allow Haze to do what he does best on a Nazir, and that is to order people around.
Yeah.
Go poke this, go poke that.
Okay, the
Lots of
hope for LLP. We're at 27 minutes into the game. Haze is at Rylai's Void Staff Nashers right now. So at this point in the game, who's gonna tank? At 5v5 fights, NAGA has no tank for them. They only have sustain. But what's the point of sustain if Haze is gonna shuffle you and destroy you with the insane amount of damage that he has, as well as the burst from the ults of Duel and High?
Yeah.
You can't always rely on Fade and Accurate to be saving you, especially when they have 3 people to save and there are only 2 people. You can't hope, but they'll always be able to save you.
Oh my
Colette.
goodness, the damage onto Colette will be too much, but there's a lot of shields coming from the side of NAGA. Here comes the 3 soldiers, putting in a wall for the side of War Gods Liga Pilipinas. There's a nice steadfast presence.
Oh,
by
Haze,
Burn
careful.
there. Burn,
Oh, he
my
goes down.
goodness. Haze goes down, and the members of War Gods Liga are falling like dominoes. Final verdict was a bit too late there, and Burn will be another casualty here for the side of War Gods Liga. It's only going to be High alive as the members of NAGA look in to get this mid-tier 3 going down as well as that inhibitor, and they have just won that fight very convincingly. What the hell did War Gods do wrong?
What a good play coming in from NAGA. They knew that they couldn't go for a straight up 5v5 fight, so Suzaku with the flank, he's actually able to go around and then disrupt that whole fight. Everyone gets totally messed up, and Haze with bad positioning there. He was actually at the front and gets caught by the ult of Luxuria with no one to block that one, despite the positioning. Man, that was just well played by NAGA and bad positioning there from LLP. This is a pretty sizable gold lead right now for NAGA Esports. They were able to take out that inhibitor, especially with that Baron buff. Now they're just looking to slowly continue to do what they do. Put in that vision, continue to go for the split push with this Suzaku, because clearly he's able to just duel anyone right now.
We'll have to see right now, or as of this moment, if War Gods Liga can come back from this. There is, what, a 7,000 gold deficit. It's still not the biggest of, you know, the most greatest of leads, but it's still a sizable amount that War Gods Liga have to lower to be able to get back into this game, but their saving grace is the 3 dragons and a possible Elder Dragon, because NAGA Esports, all throughout this game, 30 minutes in, have not contested once for a dragon.
Yeah, that's very true. And if this gets buffed by the Elder Dragon, then you're going to have a lot of regen and a hell of a lot of movement speed.
If this Azir has ascended to being, a bird of prey, he's going to be like a dragon of prey when it gets the Elder Dragon.
He's going to ascend into the avatar with the Elder Dragon right now. Man, he's going to be flying all around the map, shuffling people around.
All types of chicken and...
What?
He's a chicken, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get what you mean. Master. I was like, Master of Chicken. What does a Master of Chicken do?
I don't know. Like he can command KFC, McDonald's, and Jollibee.
Please don't say those words because I'm very hungry right now.
I'm so sorry, but this is the last game, man. So
you're lucky because you ate dinner, so don't do this to me. So anyway, like I was saying, even if the gold lead isn't that big, that's actually good because, like we were saying, when it comes to 5v5s, I mean, Suzaku can't flank from inside the Nexus, right? So the hope for LLP right now is to keep their objectives safe and hope that with the proper positioning from both Hai and Haze, they can slowly whittle down these non-tanks coming in from NAGA and, well, this pseudo tank coming in from Suzaku. Hopefully they can put down enough late game damage and then slowly but surely crawl back all the way into the Nexus of NAGA Esports. But if Haze and Hai keep getting caught out by Suzaku, then there's really not much hope left from LLP. So Burn and Kush really have to protect their carries from this point.
4 members of NAGA Esports knocking onto the base of War Gods League here in the bottom lane. There's going to be... Oh my goodness, Haze gets caught out there. But... Wow, damn, the damage from Luxuria is just too real. He is a front line right now for NAGA Esports. He is confident that the survivability from the skills of his other teammates will allow him to to be alive right now, and that looks to be the case here as the other members of NAGA are just like, okay, Luxuria, you do what you gotta do. We have our Wild Growth, we have our heals, we have our Lamb's Respite. And
yeah, it looks very similar to what a Juggernaut composition looks like, because even though Caitlyn is not necessarily a late game AD carry, you're at 30 minutes with so many items right now. So it looks like she's a late game AD carry, even though she's not. She has all the speed boosts, all the shields, all the heals, so she's not afraid to abuse her range and put down the damage onto those turrets. Meanwhile, like I said, it's just going to be a 1-4 split push. Suzaku doesn't die so easily, and he will be able to take down this turret. Yeah, and I think he'll probably be able to escape as well.
Yeah, if Burn flashes in, Suzaku still has his ultimate. There's the slow. Oh, nice knockout from the Keeper's Verdict, but there will be the tumble over by Suzaku here in the top lane, and Burn is just looking to get the kill here onto Suzaku, but there is just too much CDR, too much tumble away from Burn in that top lane, and Burn looking like he was angry for some kills.
Yeah, so now the major question for NAGA is, will they be able to push into the Nexus? Because when you look at their team composition, they're gonna fall off towards that late game. Caitlyn's gonna fall off, Fizz is definitely not gonna have damage later on, and it's only gonna be Kindred. But can Kindred rip through 2 tanks, 2 carries, and Graves? That's very difficult. So NAGA has to find a way, or at least hope that LLP makes some sort of major mistake for an ace if they want to end this game. Otherwise, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to actually crawl into the Nexus at 33 minutes when Haze and Hai are actually very painful right now.
Definitely true that. And we'll have to see if War Gods Liga will contest for this Baron. This is a very important objective, as well as 10 seconds remaining for the Elder Dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Where is your Dabakin now, War Gods Liga? Will you be able to get that Dragon or this Baron? It is a very important objective.
Yeah,
and
so
we'll have
let's
to
see
see
which one they prioritize. It's already up. The Dragon's already up. The Baron is up. And the mark is already on the Baron right now. So we don't know which objective everyone's going to go for first. But Kush is trying to put down...
Oh, actually, it's
he's
Infernal.
in a very, very bad position right now.
Oh,
he's getting caught out. Haze is actually on his way
Nice
here.
Ice Pillar.
I don't know what they're going to do. Colette is actually here as well. Everyone moving away from the Baron.
Oh, I thought that was the... Okay, so it's Infernal. It's Infernal.
Okay. Oh, because it's post 35 minutes.
Yeah,
when
I thought it was the Dragon.
There
we go.
So
it's gonna
that's the
later.
first Dragon finally coming in for NAGA Esports.
But that's such a good Dragon. Infernal, the best that NAGA Esports could have hoped to have.
That's actually the best Dragon they could have gotten. I mean, RNGesus was not in their favor because the buffs were mostly in favor of LLP, except for the Air Dragon, which is good for the both of them. But this Infernal will definitely help them. If they can get this Infernal and then get the Elder Dragon to amplify the damage, and then the Baron, that could be a possible key really to end this game.
Yeah.
I actually see that that's the only way they can possibly match the late game damage of an Ezreal and an Azir, considering that Caitlyn and Fizz will start to fall off at this stage of the game.
Yeah, but this Fizz is being a total tearjerker for the side of NAGA Esports. He is putting, you know, this Poppy to shame.
That's actually very true. 6-2-5 right now. Suzaku pulling off this pick quite well just when we were worried about things. But wow, LLP is actually pushing all the way up into mid lane.
Oh,
and
NAGA Esports have no
is
presence of mind for this one, and this could be a free Baron here for the side of NAGA, as there is a wave of minions barreling down, walking down, you know, the pageant into that mid lane. It is open, the inhibitor is exposed, and this comes, there's a jump to Waters onto high! No. He's gonna get popped immediately for a revive situation in favor of NAGA Esports. There's a nice Empress Divide, but there's a Lamster's Bite. Will be saving the members of NAGA there from dying right now, and they are just steamrolling all over the members of Wargas Liga. Wargas Liga with a misstep there, getting the catch onto high, and they will go down. It's only going to be Duel alive. He's trying to run away for his life, but NAGA, what a chum the waters from Suzaku.
How did he land that skill shot?
Exactly.
That was I didn't even notice that he was in range to land that.
Duel! He gets caught up. There's the ace in the hole, and that shall be the ace for the side of NAGA Esports. Team wipeout. And there is 5 seconds left into the clock for high here. But will NAGA have enough firepower to end this match?
No, they don't have enough minions right now to end the game, but they can go for this Baron, and that would be a possible opening for them. If they get this Baron, they can push in the waves, set up the Elder Dragon, and then possibly use that to end the game. But man, that skill shot landing onto Ezreal was just insane.
It was like, oh my god, jump the waters, and then he actually goes into the members of Wargas, and then Wargas were like panicking. Let's get away from this Ezreal. Suzaku getting caught out here, but it's pretty damn tanky with that wild growth, and NAGA Esports gonna be able to get themselves the Baron without any casualties.
Yeah, Burn was actually looking to flank, and then possibly try to get themselves an ace, but Hayes is way too far right now.
He still looks for the attack. Yes, that's done onto Luxuria, but there's the heal coming in from Accurate, and the damage from this Caitlyn is going in wild. And NAGA Esports get themselves a 3-0 as Wargas Liga Pilipinas just force it too much onto this blue side team.
Man, that Ezreal just got deleted again. Luxuria on this Caitlyn right now is just such a strong pick. He's just ripping through all of the members right now of LLP, and they're looking to end the game right now with this Baron.
Yeah, there's 20 seconds left into the clock. There's another jump to waters. Will not connect there onto Duel, but he is trying to go in a 3v1 with Suzaku on a Guardian Angel. Suzaku has no care right now for the members of Wargas Liga. Maximum disrespect. Nice 3-man Empress Divide, but it will not stop this Voidling to go in onto the Emperor as the members of NAGA Esports look to break down the Nexus turrets. It's only, actually still 2 alive, but 1 down to 40% HP.
Yeah, all 5 members of LLP are up right now, though, so if there's going to be a team fight, this is going to be huge. No Guardian Angels right now for Suzaku.
Can you hear it?
Keep that in mind.
The prayer, the Hail Mary pass for Wargas Liga might be it. Nice damage onto Colette right there. The wild growth puts a lot of HP onto him, but he didn't have the Lancer's Spike, or rather, not enough mana there to be able to keep him alive. What is happening? It's another Deja Vu. Game 2, and it's a back and forth coin toss of damage coming in from both teams. This is just a day for a pendulum swing of momentum. What is happening for the side of Wargas Liga? They look to come back and break the inhibitor. 2 very important champions are down for the side of NAGA, the healer and the peeler.
Yeah, so there's no more late game damage threat coming in from Kulit, so you only have Luxuria and Suzaku. There's no tank. They're hoping for the wild growth, which is still off cooldown right now. So this should give LLP an opening to take down this inhibitor, go for the Elder Dragon, amplify their 3 dragon buffs, and then use that, hopefully, the regeneration and the movement speed to translate into the different towers and then to end the game.
And 40 minutes in, there is a 12,000 gold deficit by NAGA Esports, and it's not looking to be that big.
Well, that's the problem. You see, the team composition of NAGA is not the kind that would benefit from huge
Gold lead.
leads at this point in the game. If they were sporting something like a Rise, for example, something that really destroys people in the late game, then it might look like something significant. But at this point, when Fizz and Caitlyn are already falling off at around 40 minutes into the game, you'd only see that late game damage coming from someone like Kulit. But other than that, really, this gold means nothing at this point in the game. It's all about the shot calling, it's all about the vision, the objectives,
the flanking,
and securing this
positioning.
Elder Dragon right now is everything for these teams.
Yes, again, guys, these people have obviously met our new sponsor. They're being driven by some sort of energy here, Bacchus Energy Drink. Oh, but here in the bottom lane, Duel gets cut out. There's an ace in the hole, and this might be the opening that NAGA Esports look to get as the jungler for the side of Wargods La Liga goes down. Here they go. They have the Baron in their pockets, and it looks like Wargods La Liga are back onto a wall. But you do know that when rabid animals are, or when animals are put onto the wall, they do tend to fight with all of their might. And that is what Wargods La Liga are looking for. And that is the damage onto Luxuria. He's the front line. But that wild growth was just beautiful coming in from Fade. That was a mini heart attack for the side of NAGA. Oh my gosh,
Luxuria must have been like, what the hell is this? Where is this coming from? But man, the damage right now going on to
Elder Dragon.
I don't think... LLP won't make it.
They're going to be too late for it.
There's going to be no smite, and there's going to be a possible engage.
Jump the waters onto Burn right now. He gets knocked up and is being chipped away little by little. Nice Empress Divide coming in from Haze. He is free hitting, but a beautiful ultimate there from Colette will at least mitigate the damage from the members of Wargods La Liga. But Haze is just rampaging in the backline with the Sand Soldiers. There's a flash in by Luxuria. Nice execute onto Kush, and only Suzuku has dropped down with an Elder Dragon for his teammates. He is going to be happy with that one, and NAGA just take objective after objective.
Yeah, there's no Lamb's Respite, and Suzaku is not here, so there's not much threat to the backline of LLP, and there's also no way for them to save their own backline. So this is going to be... Oh! Wow! the snipe from Duel just... Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, so...
I was trying to get a breather, and then I saw that one.
Okay, let's reset. Baron is coming up in 1 minute and 50 seconds. We've reached the late game. 41 minutes in, gold does not mean anything, and Haze hurts like hell at this point in the game.
That's why he's an Underworld Azir, because his damage is just infernal.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to see a really nice team fight very soon. I'm sure there will be. The only question is if LLP will be able to execute the proper team fight. Honestly, I've been looking for LLP to execute the proper team fight ever since 30 minutes. Because they have it. They have the proper front line. They have the proper peel. But every time a team fight happens, for some reason, Suzaku's always able to find his target, and he's always able to gap close onto the carries, Haze and Hai.
We did remember, Suzaku in the previous split as that godlike Malphite.
Yes.
Now he's transitioning into this Fizz from beyond the void, and is just putting a hella lot of distractions for the side of NAGA Esports.
Yeah, and it just gives Suzaku being a distraction just gives Luxuria so much time to fight and to put down her 80 damage, which honestly is really insane right now.
Jump the waters connect onto Haze right there, but there's no fall off from the side of NAGA Esports, though it opens up the inhibitor here to get taken down. Here comes the Hail Mary pass clash here for the side of Wargods La Liga. They get the kill onto Duel. One less champion to deal with from the side of Wargods, and Kush very low in HP. He goes down. Double kill for Luxuria. And ladies and gentlemen, NAGA Esports are down 2 people, or rather, Wargods La Liga are down 2 people. Keeper's Verdict actually gets dodged. Nice tumble there coming in from Suzuku, and he's so tanky, gets popped, but the Guardian Angel is still there. He'll be resurrecting himself in a couple of seconds, and there you go. Lots of HP being given back to him by his teammate, and they are sieging this mid lane. Look at the damage coming in from Haze. If Haze can get himself that freebie hitting, he will be able to clutch this game for his teammate. But wow, look at the damage from Luxuria. There's the knockup on too high. Oh my goodness, 3 people are down for the side of Wargods La Liga. NAGA looking to finish this right now. 1 Nexus turret goes out, only 1 more, and the Nexus is that juicy yolk that NAGA Esports are looking to drink. There's the poke coming in from Haze, and they are still hanging on to the knife's edge.
ultimate being used, or rather Zoe is being used there by Hayes. There's the Emperor's Divide. One more auto attack, and Luxury is just stacking up kills. If this was Jenga, it would be a very high Jenga already. Oh my goodness, 37. NAGA Esports, look to finish this right now. The Nexus is 40%. It is just, oh my god, one hit away from dying. And ladies and gentlemen, making this series 1-1. NAGA Esports going against Wargods sa Liga Pilipinas.
Man, what an insane game, and what a way to end the game. Honestly, the hunger from NAGA was real. 0 points. Remember, they have 0 points right now in the standings, so they really pushed to get their first point in the game, and we can see the amount of effort that they had just to get their first point. I'm really looking forward to what's in store for us as NAGA goes forward in this series. But taking a look at the end game screen right now, let's just take a look at the standing. 9-4-12. Suzaku was by far the MVP of this game. Every single chum the waters with such a high impact, always landing it onto the most significant targets that he could possibly get them on. Honestly, in that last 2 minutes, he landed it onto Hayes and onto High. It's very difficult to land this skill shot because it's very slow. But for him to be able to land it every single time and delete the carries of LLP is just such a huge game-changing thing. And it's nice to see Suzaku, with this kind of impact. And it's nice to see NAGA finding that kind of playstyle, I guess, that we hope to see them carry forward as we go through the rest of the games.
Yeah, NAGA Esports just making the better of that fizz.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And honestly, the tanks meant nothing. Every single auto attack was just chipping away at the health of Poppy and Trundle. I think the Blade of the Ruined King had a lot to do with that as well.
Yeah, the Blood Razor on Colette.
Just insane amount of damage coming from Suzaku. And Luxuria, of course, was also on fire. Really, Naga's whole composition was really just working all together during that whole fight. And I really look forward to these kinds of compositions that don't have tanks, and it's your unconventional double support onto Luxuria, and then Suzaku just being the distraction. I think that's a pretty nice play style that NAGA would like to stick with for the rest of the series.
I would think that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after a very short break to give you an interview.
Yeah.
Interview.
That's true.
After a very short break, man.
Yeah.
With one of the players from NAGA Esports, let's see what was their thought process in that ban and pick phase. And so, again, this is the the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split. I'm so out of it right now. That was an intense fight. Of course, brought to you by our official sponsor, Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. I'm Asura from Mineski TV, and here with me now is, of course,
Amplifier.
And we'll be right back.
On to Burn right there. Ignite right now. Ignite ticking enough. There's the first blood going over to Suzaku, and all our worries are
losing a bit of his mind there. No E whatsoever. And he will just get down to the arrows of Colette. Colette very low in HP, but very aggressive onto Bird. Bird doesn't get his shield from the Iron Buckler. This might be the kill for Suzuku. It's the bot 2-1 going down. 2v1 situation in top lane. Suzuku going in, but he's pretty tanky with that Sunfire Cave. He's actually dueling Duel pretty quickly right there. Gets the shot, but the collateral damage against the ADR. Here comes the teleport. I think that's going to come from both mid lane and top lane right now. It's going to be a fiesta here for the side of NAGA Esports. Ultimate being used onto Luxuria there by the side of Fade. And there's the last hit being given onto Colette. She gets knocked up, and he will be chased down by the Wolf. Last hit going onto Colette. Out by Bird. The movement speed is just enough. He gets away with that one. And Fade looking to engage with the Glitterland. There's the ace in the hole. Popping Burn right now. They want the duck up from the Baron. No, I thought it was going to be like, he might get caught out. He's taking quite a bit of damage. There's a Chop the Water's gonna get knocked up, and Chopper from the Void will be feasting on the soul of the fallen Emperor there as Burn tries to run away, gets the kill there onto the Baron steal is not going to happen as there's so much damage onto High. He tries to flash and heal, but Ignite as well as the W does get the DO. Filipinas, there's a nice steadfast presence. Hayes, Burn there. Burn, he goes down. Hayes goes down, and the members of Wargods Liga are falling like dominoes. Final verdict was a bit too late there, and Burn will be another casualty here for the side of Wargods Liga. It's only going to be High alive. He's gonna get popped immediately. 4v5 situation in favor of NAGA Esports. There's a nice Emperor's Divide, but there's a Last Fight. Will be saving the members of NAGA there from dying right now, and they are just steamrolling all over the members of Wargods Liga. Wargods Liga with a misstep there, getting the catch onto High, and they will go down. It's only going to be Duel alive. He's trying to run away for his life, but NAGA What a chump the waters from Suzaku.
How did he land that
Breaking,
skill?
caught up. There's the ace in the hole, and that shall be the
Oh.
ace for the side of Naga Esports.
But Hayes is way too far right now.
He still looks for the attack. Yes, the stun onto Luxuria, but there's the heal coming in from Accurate, and the damage from this game is going in wild. And Naga Esports get themselves a 3-0 as Wargods La Liga Pilipinas just force it too much onto this blue side team.
Man, that Ezreal just got deleted again. Lux
Wargods La Liga might be it. Nice damage onto Colette right there. Oh, the Wagner puts a lot of HP onto him, but he didn't have the Lancer's Spike, or rather, not enough mana there to be able to keep him alive. What is happening? Is
Oh
another
my
deja vu. Game 2, and it's a back and forth coin toss. The lane duel gets cut out. There's an ace in the hole, and this might be the opening that Naga Esports look to get as the jungler, but it's being chipped away little by little. Nice Empress Divide coming in from Hayes.
Oh
He is
my God.
pre-hitting, but a beautiful ultimate there from Colette will at least mitigate the damage from the members of Wargods La Liga, but Hayes is just rampaging in the backline with the Sand Soldiers. There's
Oh
a
my
flash in by Luxuria. Nice execute onto Kush, and only Suzaku has dropped down with an Elder Dragon for his teammates. He is good for the side of Wargods La Liga. They get the kill onto Duel. One less champion to deal with from the side of Wargods, and Kush very low in HP. He
Oh
goes
my
down.
gosh.
Double kill for Luxuria. And ladies and gentlemen, Naga Esports are down 2 people, or rather, Wargods La Liga are down 2 people. Keeper's Verdict actually gets dodged. Nice tumble there coming in from Suzaku, and he's so tanky, gets popped, but the Guardian Angel is still there. He'll be resurrecting himself in a couple of seconds, and there you go. Lots of HP being given. Wow, look at the damage
my gosh.
from Luxuria. There's the knock-up on Suhai. Oh my goodness, 3 people are down for the side of Wargods La Liga. Naga looking to finish this right now. There's the Empress Divide. One more auto attack, and Luxuria is just stacking up kills. If this was Jenga, it would percent. It is just, oh my god, 1 hit away from dying. And ladies and gentlemen, making this series 1-1, Naga Esports going against Wargods La Liga Pilipinas.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. To finish off the night, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Week 3 Summer Split, and I'm here right now with our guest na si LLP Duel, yung jungler of Wargods La Liga Pilipinas. So we're just gonna have a couple of questions for him after that insane game. So grabe, napaka-intense ng game na yun. First, I want to ask you kung ano yung naramdaman nyo na 42 minutes kayo naglaro. What do you think about that game?
Sakto lang. Masyadong nakaka-excite yung laro eh.
Grabe nga eh. Pati kami, sobrang excited kami dito.
Joke parehas eh.
Actually that's true. There was a lot of throws no siguro nangyari during from actually most of the stages of the game, parang papalit-palit yung lead. Although, yung isang tanong namin sana is, may point kasi sa game nga na parang naging 22-4 yung difference no in kills. So, at that point, siguro, ano yung naisip ng team niyo? Siguro kasi sobrang laki na ng lead ng Naga. Parang they reached 10,000 gold lead, tapos ang taas ng kills nila. So, para sa pro team, halimbawa, ano yung iniisip niyo at that point na sobrang behind na kayo? Ano yung parang mindset niyo at strategy niyo at that point?
Hanggat buhay yung Baron at Dragon. Palag lang. Tas, ano tawag doon? Sa ano, pag nagka-clash kasi pag nagka-clash kami sa mid, yung dalawang lane, top tsaka baba, tumutulak sa amin. Kaya kahit mabawasan kami, lamang pa rin kami. Kaya nahirapan din sila matapos yung laban.
Another question siguro is, what do you think siguro yung phase ni Suzaku? Kasi iniisip namin, baka hindi to top phase. Although alam namin na medyo malakas yung top phase ngayon. So, para sa inyo, sa tingin niyo ba sa mga future games natin dito sa PGS, magiging important pick ba tong si Fizz or nagkataon lang ba na nag-snowball siya sa game na to? What do you think about Fizz no, as a pick?
Para sa akin kasi yung Fizz, okay sa top eh. Pang-counter sa mga tanky na dahil nga sa second niya. Sa mga Maokai, Poppy, sakto lang din yung Ignite.
So do you think no na LLP, do you think na ibaban nyo na yung pick na to in the future games or is it something na you'll pick up for yourselves as a team? Nilalaro ba to ni Burn?
Siguro sakto okay lang naman ni makuha.
Okay. So hindi naman sa point na ibaban nyo naman siya. Okay. So yeah, again, guys, this is Duel from Wargods La Liga Pilipinas. They are still ahead in points compared to NAGA Esports. Keep in mind, yung NAGA, nakaka 1 point pa lang sila, but there's still a lot of games in the future. And alalahanin din, bagong team pa lang tong LLP in the Pro Gaming Series. So I'm sure they still have a lot to show. Thank you very much for joining us so far in the Pro Gaming Series. We'll see you guys again next week, I believe. Oh, actually, tomorrow for the next game. That's going to be another set for you guys. So again, I'm Amplifier, and right now with me here is...
Duel.
Yes, Duel from Argos, the Liga Pilipinas. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching.